Coming up here on RBC1 is the final games of the PremierLiga season. Hello and welcome here today for the PremierLiga matches, the last game of the PremierLiga season. All kick off here today. All 10 games kick off at the same time here today at 3 p.m. And we know there's a lot in stake for a lot of teams across the table in this league in the last game of the season. As we all know, the United are Premier League champions, confirmed, and they will be lifting up that Premier League trophy at the end of the game when they play Tomato here today. As we all know, that Addis have confirmed they'll be part of the Champions League, as Parantos drew in their last match to make them able to qualify for next season. So Parantos will qualify in the Europa League next season. Is a battle between the Europa Conference League or the Europa League positions between Chesko Blue Tigers and Inter Taloga, and also a battle for Goldfield Boys United to get a Conference League position, and also the battle of the relegation playoff places down the bottom, as Hashtag United and Sporting Sun Lake and also Morgan Wolves have all got chances to try and get into the relegation playoff position and also automatic survival for next season. It all comes down to this match here today out of their respective games in this Premier League games this afternoon. But let's go and look at the official fixtures will take place here today in the Premier Liga. Addis Gunners will take on Los Andreas Pompey. Inter Taloga versus Warenord. Sporting Sun Lake versus Chesko Blue Tigers. Georgington City, Mourinho's final game in charge as manager for this club for the 5 years he's been at City Soccer Club. They're taking on here today RB Newport. Parantos versus Hassenfield Terriers. Grasshoppers United versus South Coast Rangers. Hashtag United versus Kings Park Rovers. Padres Impact versus Goldfield Boys United. And Georgians United versus Tomato Bees. And Foxford Hares versus Morgan Wolves. And those are the official 10 games here today for this afternoon in the last games of the Premier League season. Let's start going to the Addis Stadium at the Gunner Park Stadium. Addis, of course, are able to qualify for Champions League next season, but they're playing Los Andreas Pompey. So let's start off these games, starting off with Pompey taking on Addis at the Gunner Park Stadium. Let's get to the game right now. In the Premier Liga of the last games of the season, the first matchup of the last Matchday 38 of the season. Addis, of course, are mathematically able to qualify for Champions League soccer next season as they finish 4th, and they'll be playing Champions League next season, but they've got one more game left of the season. It's today, right here, right now, against Los Andreas Pompey. Well, Los Andreas Pompey are 10th at the end of today. We all know they're going to finish 10th in the league for this consecutive time since last season. They came 10th last year, and the same thing happened this season as they're going to finish 10th again. So, of course, they're going to be in 10th place by the end of today's match. But Addis, however, they've got nothing to worry about. They are playing Champions League next season, and Jurgen Love as his second consecutive 4th place finish. is actually confirmed as well in their last 2 games of the season. But anyway, let's get this game underway right here, right now. Addis, of course, are playing against Los Andreas Pompey for the final PremierLiga match of the season. And here we go. And let's get straight into the action right here, right now. We all know Addis, of course, their final league game of the season. They are able to, and qualified in their well, they didn't even play a match. They qualified as Parantos. As Parantos, of course, well, they did actually got a draw out of their game against Inter Taloga, and that means that they can't be able to qualify for the Champions League. So Parantos, however, will play in the Europa League. Addis will play in the Champions League next season. So that's good for Joachim Löw's side. It's a consecutive 4th place finisher once more this season. So they'll be happy to go into next season with them being positive. And just to let you guys all know, United will be lifting up the PremierLiga trophy today. The PremierLiga title is going to be lifted today. Today's match, we all know they're going against Toronto Bees in their match up here today. They'll be lifting up the league trophy in the final game of the season. Obviously, they didn't have to play a game. They didn't have to win the trophy because they were able to win the league because they got enough points. Because City dropped points against Chestergo, so that means that they win the league title for the first time since 2015. So it's been 6 years without a league title, and they'll be very happy to leave of course this stadium today against Mito with the league trophy in their hands. So there'll be something to be happy about. But here's Angel Di Maria, long pass here to Alan Scholes right here, and now Carnu's through. Now Carnu overpacing Ramos, and what a save there from Peter Lukowski. And we all know Los Andreas Pompey will finish mid-table this season. They are mathematically able to be in 10th place. Another 10th position, like last season. They came 10th last year, they did. And this season, the exact thing happened this season. They are 10th in the league. And they will stay 10th even if they lose here today, because Grasshoppers have got to score loads of goals to try and beat the goal difference out of Pompey. So they're likely to be in 10th place, a lot likelier to, and they'll be very happy to be, of course, in that place anyways. But now he's a chance here. Now here's Di Maria. Bamiyang. Oh, okay, that's going to be a corner kick here for Addis. And the final game of the season this is, of course, final match day of the season in the Premier League. It's been all since August when Addis played. They drew 2-2 in their first match of the season. But anyway, half-time whistle's officially blown here, and Addis drew 0-0 at half-time in the final game of the season against Los Andreas. Goalless in this match, 0-0. Will be enough, obviously. I think Addis got nothing to really for today's last game of the season, because we know that Addis will play Champions League regardless on the draws today, so they'll be playing anyways, to be honest with you. But they look forward to next season, playing in the European stages once more. They will actually reach the quarter-finals of the Champions League this season when they beat, of course, they lost to Liverpool on pens. And that wasn't very, very great. They reached all the way to the quarter-finals of the competition. They actually beat Barcelona, they did, and Real Madrid in this season's campaign in the Champions League. And then they got knocked out by Liverpool on pens at Anfield in the quarter-finals of the Champions League competition. So they actually were the only Republican team to reach the furthest in this European competition this year in the Champions League. So fair play to them, and even next season they're going to be playing this competition once more. So there you go. Now it's Daley Blind here. Now Di Maria, now to Pai. Memphis to Pai, and a save there from Fowler. Fowler will save it, the German keeper. Now Daley Blind. Now Suarez. Now Di Maria. Suarez. Oh, there's a chance, but that was wide. Yeah, it's going to be off the pitch anyways. The final game of the season for both these two teams here, live at 3 o'clock, of course, here. The game's all kicked off at 3 today. See where teams will finish. But, it'll be a draw. It might have to be here at the Gunner Park Stadium. I think Joachim Löw will be very happy to see their team play another season in the Champions League. And a draw will still be enough, even a loss will be enough. So, but they want to try and win the game for the supporters before they end up leaving until September the 22nd. The season returns back. The next 3 months from now, the league will begin back again on September the 22nd. Now Aubameyang's through. Oh, he was wide. Very close for a goal right there. Aubameyang's going to come off for the final time this season. We won't be seeing Aubameyang now anymore, because he's coming off the pitch, and you'll see him next season in the next campaign, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, to play in this Adders team next season. But that'll be a farewell for him, and he's going to come off the pitch replaced by Roberto Firmino. So Roberto Firmino will come on, replaced by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Let's see what he can bring in the next 20 minutes of the game here. And I think Los Andreas Pompey will be very happy to get a point away from home against a team like Adders. That will be fantastic for them. So it is something special for them. And now is Luiz. Carlu's through. Oh, what a save. That could have been 1-0 Pompey nearly. Pompey might get in a goal right there. They could have done. They could have got a goal in the last minute of the game. They could have done there. Jesus. But a good save there from Peter Lukowski. We know it's nothing to play for these two teams anyways, but it'd be nice. There's a chance here for Luiz. A goal! Los Andreas Pompey have equalised. And Brian Luiz has scored in the final minutes of the game for Los Andreas Pompey in the final game of the season of the PremierLiga. I know that Adders got nothing to play for anyways today. They know they got Champions League next season, but lose at home in their last game of the season would be bad. But it's Brian Ruiz's first goal for Pompey this season. He hasn't scored a goal for Pompey this season. It's his first ever goal. What a make it in the last game of the season. Brian Ruiz scores in his first ever goal of the season. He's more of a bench warmer this season, he's been, but what a goal he scored in the last minute of the game, and his first goal of the season in the Premier League. And Oliver Alder knows that goal is something special for Pompey to leave here in their last game of the season with a win. That'd be special against Adders, a team like them who play in Champions League next season. Now Depay now, rushing forward, and a save there from Foulman. We know there's a lot of rumours and speculations that Oliver Alder could be leaving at the end of the season to go to another club, but I think that's all speculation. We've got a couple minutes left of the clock, and now Ramos try and boot the ball out, but the full-time whistle's officially blown, and Los Andreas Pompey do get a win over Adders, and the full-time score is Adders 0. The final game of the season here today, it's Waynord into Taloga, and we know that Waynord will not win the Premier League unfortunately this season. They will finish third or second, it will come down to today. For Inter Taloga's, however, they win today their matchup, then they could go sixth in the Premier League, depending on how Cesco play in their matchup today. Or they can stay in 7th and qualify Europa League. They can go into next season through the Cup Trophy final. They've got to play on Friday this week against Waynord. They've got to play him again on Friday, Waynord. They've got to play Waynord once more this week as well anyways in the RSV Open Cup. But also here today in their final game of the season. If they beat them in that game, of course, next week, then that means that they will play in the Europa League next year instead of the conference. But here we go, and let's get straight into it. These two teams have got to play each other anyways in 5 days' time. But today they're playing each other before that final in this league game, the final league game of the season. It's Waynord versus Inter Taloga, and here we go. And now David Beckham with the ball here, across the box here from Mbappe, and a goal from Mbappe. Straight from kickoff, and Inter Taloga are really chasing for that Europa League position for next season. And that's a great goal. Great goal right there. Huge. Yeah, great goal right there for Kylian Mbappe from Mbappe. And that could be a good goal as well in Friday. We know that they've got to win that game and they've got a chance on winning a trophy for starters and potentially doing that maybe. So that could also happen. But Feyenoord are losing 1-0 here. They're in the final game of the season, the final match day of the season. This even could happen as well in the cup game on the week in 5 days' time as well. So Taloga are leading, and Thomas Tuchel's side are leading, and it's 1-0 to Inter Taloga. Andreas in. Now Mkhitaryan now to Herrera. Polovic with the ball here. Now Mbappe. Now Griezmann. Oh my God, a goal again from Anton Griezmann. Oh, it was offside. The referee put his flag up for offside. I think it was offside. Yeah, it is off. I think it was. Was it? I'm not quite sure. I think it is a free kick actually, in fact, because it was offside. I think it's offside, I think it was, and it's a free kick for Feyenoord. It could have been 2-0 nearly there. It would have been a panic there for Guardiola's side. But Pep's today to finish second place at the end of this season today, or they can finish third in the PremierLiga. Although they'll still play Champions League next season, Feyenoord. They've got nothing to worry about that one. Now Mbappe, oh my God, they're in a lot of hell of attacking here. Thomas Tuchel's side against Guardiola's Feyenoord. They've been hitting on them quite a lot in this matchup. That could have been the goal to make it 2-0, but it hit the crossbar. And yeah, hit the crossbar itself. It's going to be now a goal kick. And we know that Guardiola has done had a very good unbeaten run this season. They only lost against United in November, 2-0. They lost to City 2-0 a couple of weeks back, and they might lose here today against Inter Taloga. And we know that they haven't lost a game at home this season. They're unbeaten at home. They were unbeaten even last year at home last year when they won the league title. Even this season they were unbeaten at home. But they could even lose a game away from them in the league. Vieira. Now is a chance here for Blade. Close. Now Alonso. Polovic. Now is Robert Lewandowski. Oh, tried. Modric. And now Mbappe, Griezmann. Griezmann's through. And it's 2-0. Anton Griezmann makes it 2-0 to Inter Taloga. Before half time they scored. And it's 2-0 to Inter Taloga. They could even do this against Feyenoord as well in their final Friday in the RSF Open Cup final. Exact same thing as they're doing against. What's going on with Feyenoord at the moment? Their last game of the season, they are losing by 2-0. And a good ball from Mbappe though, and Van Dijk could to him to do is slot it in left corner to make it 2-0. Huge right there. To Inter Taloga could lose their third season before the end of this. We know that we've got another 45 minutes to be played here in this game, in the last game of the Premier League season. It's 2-0 to Inter Taloga. Half. It is 2-0 in the final Premier League game of the season. Feyenoord are losing by 2-0 against Inter Taloga. This is a crucial win for Taloga if they can get into a Europa League position by the end of today. So this is huge for them. They did draw against Padres Impact in their last match yesterday. They drew 2-2 they did away from home. But even here at home today, they could actually win and might move up to 6th place. But no, Lewandowski's through here. And oh my God, the Polishman had a chance. Bernardo Silva rebound, goal. And the Portuguese has got a goal for Feyenoord. That's one goal back for Feyenoord. and this could be a little bit of a battle between these two teams. We know they've got to play each other in a rematch, of course, on Friday in the RSF Open Cup final at Soccer City Stadium in Georgetown. But just right there, they've got a bit of fight back here for Guardiola's side, but they're still losing though, 2-1 though. Good ball there for Keita Blade, and Lewandowski was 1v1 and a shot. All time he had hit the crossbar, and then Silva luckily was there, rebounded it without Donnarumma's diving for that shot. What Lewandowski did, ricocheted the post, rebounded back to Bernardo Silva, and they got one goal back, so it's 2-1. Waynord are losing, but they can get back in this game. Got to get one more goal to go level against Inter Taloga in this last game of the season. We know they've got to play each other again in the cup final on Friday, and Inter Taloga might want to win that one, win their first ever trophy. Could happen. It could. Now, pings the ball to Virgil van Dijk. Now Lewandowski. Oh, that was a crap pass. Now pings it now to De Ligt. And now again. Now is Mbappe. Now is David Beckham. And now Dijk. Well, get one more goal. They've got to get Waynord to go level. But it's 10 minutes to be played in this last league game of the season. And Waynord might lose their third game of the season in the last game of the season. Matchday 38, the last match this is of the season to end. Can they get like a win or draw? Rodric, Lewandowski, oh my god, he tried to turn and score, but he hit with his weak foot and it just went to the goalkeeper's hands, Donnarumma's. And now Vanetti lost the ball here. Now to Iniesta, back kills it to Blade. Now Blade here to Iniesta. Iniesta there to Silva. And now Silva right here, the cross of the box here. Oh, okay, good header away right there from... yeah, okay, that is the full-time whistle. And Waynord loses in the final game of the Premier League season. And Inter Taloga can get a Europa League place. But the score is 2-1. Welcome here today for the final game of the PremierLiga season. There's a lot in stake for both teams here today. For Sporting San Lake especially, they know they're in the relegation playoff position as it stands at the moment in the PremierLiga. But if they end up losing today, and if Morgan Wolves get a result in their matchup when they play Foxford today, then Sporting will be relegated to the Division 1 league next season for the first time since 2015 to be relegated from this Division 1 before. But for Chesco Blue Tigers, they want to stay in the Europa League position. They know they can't get in the Champions League place now after drawing, of course, against Georgetown City in their last match. So that means they've got to settle in a Europa League position or a conference position, depending how Inter play in their matchup, of course, here today when they play Feyenoord. But this is the team. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp, we know that he could be stepping down as manager. This could be Jurgen Klopp's final game as a manager of CSKA. He's been the manager since 2015 at CSKA. There's a lot of links and rumours that he could go to Liverpool next season, and he could be even leaving the club. We don't know if it's true or not. It's all speculation, but there are big talks of him leaving this season. But here we go. The talk's over. Let's get to the game. It's a lot intensity for both teams. For Sporting St Lake could be relegated today. They could be, depending on how Morgan play in their matchup, of course, against Foxford Hares. Well, Foxford Hares already been relegated to Division 1 next season. They've got one more game to play left in this league to play Morgan, who are the fellow relegation candidates, could be involved with Foxford next season. And there's a chance here for Salah. Oh, okay, good defending there from Sporting St Lake here. Now Luther Matthias. Now Eriksson. Now Royce. Oh, that went wide. Good opportunity right there for a goal, but that went wide. Matthias passed the ball to Eriksson. Eriksson passed the ball to Royce, and then he strikes it, and that went wide. And we know that CSKA Blue Tigers could play in the Conference Europa League today, or they could play in the Europa League itself. The live score, I can tell you guys that Inter have equalised in their matchup, and Mbappe gets to equalise it in the early start of the game, in the second minute of the game. So they're 1-0 up in their matchup. So they will be at the moment currently in 6th position as the live table stands. But it is 0-0 in this game, so it looks like that they could take that place, and CSKA might have to take the Conference Europa League. They could do, as it stands at the moment. But now, meanwhile, it's Royce right now the ball. Now there's a chance here. Good tackle right there from Sporting St Lake's defence right here. And now Bill Hilton boots the ball. There's a lot of a hell of a game for Sporting. We know they're going to end up getting relegated to Division 1 next season if Morgan Wolves win their match and Sporting lose theirs. If Sporting do draw, then they're safe for another time, or they could get a relegation playoff position. They'll be playing that relegation playoff game against Coventry Town, a team who never been in the Premier League before. They actually were a team in the 7th tier of Republican's pyramid way back in 2008. A manager who's been there for a long time put them from that league all the way up to the Division 1 and came third remarkably this season. And that could be their opponent if they come 18th in this league to play in the relegation playoffs in July. There's a chance here for Sadio Mane, and a good block right there for the defender. Now is Andre Arshavin. Well, Hashtag United are also involved in this relegation playoff battle as well between Sporting or Hashtag, and also for Morgan Wolves as well, also battling out as well for this position as well. So there you go. But Hashtag hope for CSKA to win today, and that means Hashtag will survive for next season in the PremierLiga, and that'll be huge if they do. Now it's Mo Salah here, and now Royce, and now is Ben Benson. And now is Vida. Now is Sadio Mane trying to go and pace that there, but he couldn't. And there's a goal scored in the Taloga matchup. It's 2-0 into Taloga. A goal from Griezmann. So that means that CSKA will drop to 7th place as it stands at the moment of the live table. But half-time in this game, it's 0-0 going to the Lakeside Stadium. 0-0 at the moment are currently safe at the moment, and Morgan Wolves will be relegated to Division 1 as it stands, because it's a draw at this match will put Morgan relegated. Shot save right there from Bill Hilton. So Morgan Wolves really hope for CSKA Blue Tigers to win today, so that if Morgan win their matchup right now with Foxford Hares, that will put them into the position to actually be. As a chance for Salah here. Salah beats the defender, takes him out and scored. And that is heartbreak, St Lake, because they could end up being relegated today. They could be CSKA win. And that's not good for Inter Taloga, though. They might hope for the Europa League place for the league. But now the live table stands that they are currently in 6th place. Back to 6th place where they belong. And Klopp's side have got a goal, and this could be Klopp's final game in charge as manager. And that might be that it could be if he ends up leaving to go to Liverpool next season. But good pass there from Marco Reus to assist Salah. Obviously, I think Theo Hernandez made a big mistake there at the back. So it's 1-0 to Chesapeake Blue Tigers. And that puts them in 6th place. That puts Inter Taloga in a Europa Conference League place as it stands at the moment. And now Gomes. Now Sammy-Weto. Now is Mateus. And they know they could be relegated this afternoon, Sporting Sun Lake. They've been in this league since 2016, the Premier League, or when they were relegated in the 2014-15 season. Went straight back up, first time without asking, in Division 1. Got back up to the Premier League, and they've been there ever since. And this could be the year they could end up finishing in 19th place. Depends how Morgan play in their game against Foxford Hares right now. But it is 1-0 currently at the moment. Now, Hector Bellerin. Now it's Gomes right here. Shot, goal! Sporting have equalised. Sammy-Weto, the Cameroon striker, equalises. And that means that Sporting Sun Lake could end up just get the relegation playoff places, perhaps, or survive at the skin of their teeth. That is not good, that isn't, for Chesapeake Blue Tigers, because that puts Inter Taloga back in 6th place at the table at the moment, as they are leading at the moment by 2-1 now. Obviously a goal from Wainald in their match, from a goal from Bernardo Silva puts him like one goal back, but that's not really enough at their game. They've got to get another goal to concede in their matchup to hope that Chesapeake might just get a draw and might finish 6th place. But at the moment, Chesapeake will have to play in the Europa Conference League next season, if it stays like this though. But Sporting, it's a huge goal for Sporting. That really puts Morgan Wolves relegated to Division 1. They haven't been relegated since 2000 they haven't been relegated as a club since 2005 in this division. But they've been in this league since 2014. So it's been 7 years they've been in the top flight they've been. And then I remember when Sean Phillips got them promoted in that time in 2014 through Division 1, came first in that league, rocked that league, and they've been mid-table team every single year, always that mediocre team. But this season, they might go a lot further down and might get relegated as it stands, unless Chesapeake can get a goal here to save them, perhaps. Now Royce, as it stands at the moment, Sporting Sun Lake supporters will be very, very happy that they won't be automatically relegated today. They could do if they don't beat Coventry Town, of course, in that July's playoff game. The live table as it stands at the moment, that hashtag United will stay up automatically in the Premier League, and that puts Sporting Sun Lake in a relegation playoff place against Coventry Town on July the 5th and the 8th or the 9th of July. So we've got 2 minutes left remaining here. Morgan Wolves will be relegated to Division 1 with Foxford Hares as it stands, and it's all over, and Sporting will get a relegation playoff position in a couple of weeks' time. That puts Morgan Wolves relegated to Division 1 next season. The full-time score is 1-1. City. They might not be able to win the Premier League title here today, but it's the manager's final game in charge for Georgetown City. Jose Mourinho's final ever match at this soccer club. He's been here for 5 years at the club since 2016. He'll be stepping down at the end of the season, and they are looking for a new manager. This is Mourinho's final game in the touchlines here today for Georgetown City Soccer Club. They can actually finish in second place today, they can. Even though they can't win the Premier League title, they can't play by mathematically. United, of course, will be champions here today and will be crowned in a presentation here today after these 3 o'clock games. But look like to me, City know they've got to keep the same lineup exactly like they were against Hashtag yesterday when they won 3-0 in their match yesterday when they won 3-0 with Hashtag. But beating Hashtag 3-0 kept the lineup as it is. But for Ralph Hasenhüttl's side, they kept the same team as they were the last 7 games straight. We know that RB Newport will be playing in the Premier League next season. They are mathematically safe, you'll know, by 7 points clear, so they will be in it next season. They will be. But for Mourinho, this will be his final game in charge for Georgetown City. So let's see how big farewell this club's going to give him in this matchup here today, in this final game of his managerial career at this club. And there's a chance for Maradona here, on straight from kickoff, scores. And that might give a send-off to Mourinho, their beloved manager. This manager's won 2 Premier League titles, an RSA Open Cup trophy, the KFC League Cup trophy and the Europa League trophy throughout his 5 years in charge as manager. And he might be rewarded with a send-off of a victory here today. And straight from kickoff, Maradona puts it home to make it 1-0 to City. And the special one will be very, very emotionally upset to see him leave this club. This club was built because of Mourinho. Before Mourinho, they had Diego Simeone and didn't win anything apart from winning the RSA Open Cup. But since he arrived, he's won trophies after trophies after trophies, stacks of trophies. So he's made as successful as his team he's made City as. But we'll see who takes over after Mourinho, because no one is like Mourinho at all. They have to be thinking very hard to think about who their next manager will be for next season. But now it's Aurier here in the box here. Maradona here dives, but it's now going to be a throw. Yeah, we know that the coach's final game in charge as manager knows this will be an emotional day for City supporters. Now Ziyech, can be a second goal nearly there. But it is 1-0 City in this final Premier League match of the season. They've got no trophies to look forward to now, got no finals to look forward to. They are not playing in a final at all now, so this is their last ever match. But we'll see how they play here. They are leading by 1-0, and they can be very happy about looking at winning 1-0 at the moment. Now Boateng. That's going to be a throw in here for City here. Now Messi will hit the throw. Maradona. Ziyech. I think he lost control of the ball, he has. Now Hersey. Now Boateng. Now Golan. There's only one Mourinho. One Mourinho. There's only one Jose Mourinho. One Jose Mourinho. There's only one Jose Mourinho. One Jose Mourinho. There's only one Jose Mourinho. Now there's Boateng on the ball meanwhile. Now Neymar. Now is Fischer. Now here's a chance. Now is Wojciechowski. Save right there for the keeper. Now is a chance here for McQueen. Now a chance here for Scott Hodgson. That's going to be a goal kick. And he boots it now. And that is going to be the end of that for half time. And Mourinho's final game in charge as manager. They are leading by 1-0. Thanks from 1-0 as it stands in this Premier League match, the final game of the season. And City will be happy to be leading by 1-0 only in this match here today. Special one, Jose will be sadly missed by these supporters here today. They know that it's his final game in charge. And a lot of these players could even be leaving at the end of the season. There were little talks and rumours and speculations on players, but they'd be happy to play in the Champions League next season without Mourinho in charge. And that's good that Mourinho's put them into a Champions League position when the next manager comes over, takes over his reign. Then they're in the Champions League next year, all thanks to Jose Mourinho. And in finishing position would be great, and will be finishing second position because Feyenoord are losing in their match with Inter Taloga by 2-0 from Griezmann and Mbappe goal. So Taloga are leading and Feyenoord are losing by 2-0. So that puts City in second place. Now, Boateng. Now Ziyech. Chance for Hersey. Well, 1-0 only this game as it stands at the moment in this Premier League game. Now Aurier. Now Maradona. Good block. Now Nagolan from long range, and that went wide. Be Mourinho's final change as manager of Georgington City. Or Pedro's going to come on. We know that this is his last match of his career at this club. He gets as a manager. Never had that longevity in over 5 years. When he was at Chelsea and Inter Milan and Madrid, he was last 3 years at a club, or 2 years. But he lasted the most here. So I don't blame him for another challenge. He wants to go somewhere else and another challenge somewhere else. There's a shot here from RB Newport there from Fisher. That could have been 1-1. That could have been there, but it could have been. But obviously now Neymar's going to come off here, and Yao Vitinho come on. Did to block one of the defenders. I think he hit Boateng in the face, and it's going to be a corner kick here for RB Newport. And now Manuel Petit. Header. Oh, goal from RB Newport. Well, it's 1-1. It's 1-1 here. RB Newport have got a goal by William Roseman. Unlikely source to score a goal like that. He hasn't scored many goals this season. But City know that they've got nothing to play for anyways. They're only just here for, getting second place. Well, at the moment, at Feyenoord are losing by 2-1. But they got 1 goal back, thanks from Bernardo Silva. But can they hang on to 2-1? Can they enter Taloga for City? Because they get a point here today, then City do move and stay second place, regardless of the result in the other match. So second could be their position by the end of today, as it stands at the moment, despite him scoring for RB Newport. I think Ralph Hasenhüttl will be happy to see his team get a point over City at the Airlines Arena. Nothing really to play for, any at most teams really, so that's why they're playing like that. Now Maradona here. Free kick. Got 3 more minutes left for Mourinho's reign to be over as manager for Georgington City. I think Messi's going to come off now and Fred's going to come on. I think Mourinho's just taking off his best players off to enjoy their holiday, of course, after this game finishes. Players have a vacation for a month until pre-season begins in August. Now here's a chance here for City. And it'll be over any minute now. Yep, it's game over. And that means that Georgian City's Mourinho's final game in charge And this is it, the last game of the Premier League season for both teams, for Hassenfield Terriers and also for Parentos here today. Well, Parentos, of course, will play in the Europa League next season. We all know they are mathematically qualified for that competition. On goal difference, they can get 10 goals and can actually do move up to, well, let's say in 4th place, but it ain't going to happen, and that's why they've qualified for the Europa League. I think Brian Clough will take that Europa League position to qualify for next season. And for David Wagner's side, they of course will play in the PremierLiga, and they survived with 34 points or 33 points in the league as it stands. They win their match here today, shockingly today they could do. They could stay in 13th place by the end of this season, maybe so. And we all know that Hassenfield Terriers, of course, are playing against Parentos. And we know that this is going to be a very interesting game. For Brian Clough's side, they probably will looking forward to having a holiday, of course, after this match. The players have a vacation during these 2 months, and they get back to pre-season in August, and the season begins on the 22nd of September, the end of September. But here we go, let's get this game underway here today. It's live, it's Parentos taking on Hassenfield Terriers, and here we go, and let's get this game underway right here, right now. And we'll see how this match will go. Now, cack of the ball here, bit of movement here for Parentos here. Now, Ronaldinho passes to Williams. Now, Haaland's through. Erling Haaland, and that's a goal. And it's 1-0 straight from kickoff in the 6th minute of the game. Great goal from Haaland. And there you go. Erling equalises. And they've scored against Hassenfield Terriers. And it's 1-0. Well, we all know they're playing in the Europa League, despite on how Addis will play today in their match, depending on what happens in their game. If Pompey end up beating them today at this 3 o'clock game, wouldn't really matter a bit. But we know that Parentos, of course, are likely 99% likely to play Europa League anyway, despite on the points. You can see the points of the goal difference is ridiculous. So how are they going to get 11 goals? It's 11 goals swing out of Addis and Parentos, but. That's 1 goal, though, for Parentos. And, yeah, great goal from Erling Haaland there. Now is... Okay, that's now Kevin Al-Mohammadi. Now, Williams. Now, Haaland's through. Williams. Goal! 2-0. 2-0 to Parentos. They're going to the substitutes right here. They enjoy their playing their soccer, don't they, under this manager, Brian Clough? Well, Brian Clough's done a very good job in his 2 years he's been at this team. The club was formed 2 years ago. Well, we're 9th in the Premier League last season. Not had a good season last year, but this season had a very good season. Even though they'll not play Champions League next year, but getting in 5th position in the Europa League place will be nice for them for next season anyways. But great goal from Williams. Great assist there from Erling Haaland. And that puts them 2-0 in front. Very good goal. 2-0 as it stands at the moment. Now Shinchenko. Now Kevin Al-Mohammadi. Now Jermaine King. Now Shinchenko. Now Haaland. Haaland's won the ball here. Williams. Oh, that's 3-0. Parentos are 3 in front. There's no way back for Hassenfield. There's no way back for Hassenfield. 3-0. Very good goal right there. 3 goals to 0. There's no way back now, it's not. No way back now. There you go. It's Parentos 3, Hassenfield Terriers 0. Now, Timmy James. Now, Donny van der Beek. Mangaga. Now Kamal Mohammadi. Now Mal Mohammadi. Managa. Now shot from Hassenfield there. Akinifev saves it. Good ball here from Parentos here. Fight in play. Now Williams, okay, back heels it to Shinchenko. Lenz Lehmann boots the ball, and that's going to be half-time. As it stands, it's 3-0 to Parentos at half-time against... So 3-0 as it stands at the moment in this PremierLiga matchup. Now is Jermaine King. Will it be now free kick here? Now Hassenfield, quick free kick. Shot. Close. There you go. That is, of course, a goal kick. Boots the ball. Now Managa. Now Cliff. Now Williams. Me James. Now is Philip Billing. Lost the ball here, the Danish midfielder. Now Kaka. Get on it right here, Williams, but he didn't. Now is George Jones. Now is a chance. Okay, that was not great here. Now past Ronaldinho. That's going to be Jens Lehmann now. Passes it short. We only got 20 minutes to go left of the match. Now Williams. Haaland. Now Kaka's through. Save there from Jens Lehmann. Got another 15 minutes to be played left in this PremierLiga game. Now Abu Bakr. That's a challenge right there. The referee goes for a throw-in. Timmy James will come off for the final time this season, replaced by Paul Hogman. And Hassenfield Terriers know that they had a very good season, of course. I think their job mostly was to really stay out this season. They wasn't really aiming for like a top half finish or anything, so it's probably a bit difficult for that financially. But being in a smallest budget team in the league like a year ago, to be now a team who is sustainable in the Premier League, that's something special for Hassenfield Terriers. Yeah, that's right. I reckon they'll build better like they would do next season. I reckon they'll continue this success, and they were the smallest budget team in the Premier League they were in 2019-2020 season. But of course, being in the Premier League once more and a consecutive season will even help them going forward as a soccer team going forward for Hassenfield. But meanwhile, a shot for Billing. Hit the crossbar. Oh, close. But the full-time whistle's officially blown. Parentos will have to play Europa League next season, despite how Addis did lose 1-0 against Pompey in their matchup. But they can take the 3 points, the 3 goals, and Europa League next season. The full-time score. This is the teams who are in 11th place and in 13th place in the PremierLiga. And we all know that these two teams who are playing each other here, they're both mathematically safe. They both will enjoy playing the PremierLiga for another occasion next season. They'll be playing in this very league. But of course, they're playing here for the final game of the season. Well, Grasshoppers had a tremendous season under Simon Escaluzzi in his first season in charge, as they finished 11th as it stands, or mathematically will be so for Grasshoppers. But for Dave Atkinson's side, they are in 13th place in the PremierLiga under them in charge. Well, obviously they are a bottom half team, will survive for next season for themselves. South Coast did actually beat Padres a week ago, of course, when they won 3-2 in the last minute of the game by a penalty by Jose Gala. But they got one more game left until they go on holiday, have a vacation for the summer before they get back to pre-season in August for another season. So here we go, and let's get this match underway for this last game of the season between Grasshoppers and South Coast. And here we go. Now is Benjamin Pavard with the ball here. Now Gala wins it. Now Immobile. Now is Felipe Anderson. Shot! Oh, close. I really thought for one moment that could have been the goal right there. I really thought for that moment there, it could have been a goal. It could have been something, it could have been. So it's 1-0 as it stands at this moment in time. Now is Chibi. Now is Felipe Anderson. Anderson's through here for Grasshoppers. Good defending there from Desai there for South Coast. And it's goalless in this match at the moment. Yap Stan won the ball back here for now Neved. Now Chivi. Now Luis Morel. Now Pavard. Now is to El Chaluso. And now is a chance here for Trezeguet. Now is Trezeguet again. The ball out for a throw here. Now, again here, chance for Lucas Perez. It's defending here now to Chivi. Immobile. And now is a chance for Immobile to get a goal here. And it's 1-0 Grasshoppers. And just like that, the Italian scores. And that could be the goal to win them the match for the last game of the season, perhaps, maybe so. Great goal. 1v1. Desai was beaten. Took out Jasper Selzen and equalises to make it 1-0. Great goal for Ciro Immobile. And just like that, a goal is a goal. There you go. Now is Chibi. Save the keeper. Chibi now. Now Morel. before half-time here for Grasshoppers. Oh, save. Corner, it's got to be a corner. It did touch the keeper's hand. Close though. And Morel could have made it 2-0 nearly. Oh, okay, that's a goal kick. Didn't touch the keeper then. For half-time. Yep, it's half-time in the Grasshopper Turf Stadium. It's Grasshoppers United 1, South Coast Rangers 0 at the break. The second half, and here we go. We are back for the second half here between South Coast and Grasshoppers United, and it's 1-0 at the moment going into the second half for the last game of the PremierLiga season. Now Trezeguet here, good cross from Trezeguet into Perez, and a save there from Joe Robson. Now boots the ball. And now is Yapstam. Now Maxwell Wood. Now is the chance now for Philip Anderson. Now is a chance here for Philip Anderson again. A header back. Oh, God, it could have been 2-0 nearly. It really could have done. Good block once more here for South Coast. Now is Pavel Nedved. And now it's his chance for a shot. Save there from Jasper Selzen. And boots the ball out, away. And now is Poulsen here with the ball. Trying to meet up with Perez. Look what I'm doing here, Perez and Trezeguet. Trezeguet! Oh. Perez will come off, and it looks like to me they're going to have a substitution be played on here. We're going to have. And Giovanni Dos Santos is going to come on to replace by Lucas Perez. But David Trezeguet could have made it a draw right there. And the manager, of course, well, be talking right now. David Atkinson thinking, what can he do to try and get a goal, of course, over this team, Grasshoppers. But there you go. And now is El Chaluso. Now, okay, now is Yapstam. Boots the ball away. Now here's a chance here for Giovanni Dos Santos. Trezeguet. Dos Santos. That's going to be now a free kick for offside. Offside. Antonio Baez will come on to replace by David Trezeguet for South Coast. And the Toppers will get the last laugh. They are leading by 1-0, and they could be getting the 3 points for the last game of the PremierLiga season. Well, their rival South Coast, however, will have to be in the relegation playoff place. The South Coast Rangers, who play up the road from Grasshoppers, in the same city they play at, Sand Lake City. But that could even be one rival in the league only. One team in the league without their rivals could be for next season, maybe so. But then it's a foul right there, and that means that it's a free kick for South Coast. But he got another 5 more minutes to go left of the game. Now Lucas Digner dinks it in the box with the Dos Santos header, but he missed that header opportunity. Baez. And that's it. The full-time whistle has officially blown. It's Grasshoppers United 1, South Coast Rangers 0. And that is the full-time whistle in this matchup. Grasshoppers do take the 3 points for the final time this season before they take a break for 2 months. Huge win. of the season is a very emotional day for Foxford Hares because they were confirmed relegated during Tuesday's match against Tomato Bees away from home. So they've got nothing to play for today, but Morgan Wolves have got a lot to play for today. They need to win today. They can't draw, they have to win, because if they don't win here today, then Morgan Wolves' 7 years stay in the PremierLiga will come to an end if they don't get the result they needed today. But it all depends on how Sporting Sun Lake do in their matchup against Chesapeake Blue Tigers, because Morgan Wolves have to score at least 2 goals at least to try and beat the goal difference out of Sporting. If they don't do that today, then Morgan Wolves will be going down to Division 1. Not really had a good year really under Claudio Ranieri, under Nico Kovac. The 2 managers were in this team. But it all comes down to an end here today. Relegation will be confirmed if things don't work out their way today. But for Foxford, however, they will be going down anyways. A year in the PremierLiga. Obviously, Tony Yeboah brought them into the PremierLiga from Division 1 last season in the 1920 season. But they were in it for 1 season and then they dropped down to relegation again, like a yo-yo team. But anyway, here we go, and let's get this last league game done before we end the whole thing here today. And we know that is a lot of emotions it will be for these 2 teams, because these 2 teams could go down together to Division 1 next year. And now there's a chance here for Morgan Wolves. Okay, now is now Raujard. Now Joseph Martinez. Robinho. Ray Lundberg. Lundberg's through here. Cut through, sweaty, and that is a mistake for Morgan Wolves. Robinho equalises for Foxford Hares. That means that Morgan will be going down to Division 1 as we speak. Well, Sporting Sun Lake are 0-0 in that matchup. They hope for Morgan to win today and hope for Chesapeake Blue Tigers to beat Sporting to try and get in that relegation playoff position before the season ends here today. But unfortunately, that plan hasn't worked out for them, and Foxford, their relegation, their relegation friend Foxford, have got the lead at their home ground at the Mead Road Stadium. So 1-0. That means that Foxford will be, of course, they might get a bit of pride before the season ends here today. A bit of pride before getting ready for next season in that lower league. With no TV money, with no money involved in that league, and not many players want to join the club next season. It'll be a lot heartache it will be for Foxford next season and for Morgan Wolves. I think a lot of these players won't be there. They all jump ship to different clubs. But there's a lot in stake for Morgan Wolves, of course, here today. Now it's Robinho here. Now Jamie Phillips. Been 7 years in this division for Morgan Wolves. They've always been a mid-table team every year, or like a team who finished bottom half the table. But this season, it's all come down to this game. But they are losing here by 1-0. And Claudio Ranieri's second spell at this club hasn't really ended up well, really. I know Ranieri did a very good job for Morgan Wolves when he was in his first spell at this team, and when he left, when they had Kovac and goal for Morgan Wolves. I think enough of me waffle up Ranieri and worry about a goal from Miroslav Klose, because that is a crucial goal. A point won't be enough today. They have to win today, and they have to hope for Chesko to beat Sporting in their game, to hope that they can actually get into that relegation playoff position on the last final day of the season. But it is 1-1 though, and the draw won't be enough though, but at least they've got something special. Yeah, these 2 teams will go down together today. They'll play in the same league as each other next season, as it stands. With poor TV money, with no much revenue in that league, that's what they're going to be playing in next season. Unless they can try and turn this result around and expect Sporting to lose their game, then they're safe. Or for now they're safe. Before they play Cobham Town perhaps in 2 weeks from now. Yeah, I know there's nothing to play for Foxford. They're just playing it for the pride really. But now Lundberg with the ball here. Robinho. And now is Jacob Hedden. Now is Per Mertesacker. Goes in Martinez. Goal. It's 2-1. And not looking good for Morgan. Today will be confirmation of going down or accession to Division 1 next season. Great goal though. Well, Foxford do move up to 19th if they win today though. Up to 21 points. But there you go. That's all you've got to say about that matter. And that's 2-1 for Foxford. Poor play at the back though. Wonder why they're going to be going down to this Division 1 next year. Very emotional day it's going to be for Morgan Wolves and for Foxford as well. But it is 2-1 currently. Emotional day, emotional scenes. These two clubs. Been through a lot they've been this season. It all comes down to today. Now closer. Now, yeah, the full-time score. The half-time score is 2-1. Chester Blue Tigers are in the lead in their matchup here in their game at Lakeside Stadium, as Sporting are losing 1-0 by a goal, of course, in their match. Puts them in the lead by Mo Salah. So they are losing Sporting, but Morgan have to score 2 goals to try and beat that. But I don't think that's going to happen today, I don't think. Don't really think so. Relegation will be relegation today, as we speak. Now Hazabi. Now Insigne. Closer. Goal! Miroslav closer. That's something. They've got to get before the game ends. Otherwise, they will be going down to Division 1. And the goal right there for Miroslav closer. Good pass there. And from Jorginho as well. And Miroslav closer has scored to make it 2-2. Not enough though if it stays like this though. Ranieri knows that. Well, the fans of course will be watching on their signals on their phones and that and seeing the score. But at the moment as it stands, it's 1-0 to for Chesco Blue Tigers. But they could actually win here and move out of it. That would be good if the Morgan Wolves do that, of course, but I don't think that's going to happen. Now it's Robert Perez here. Now a header from Per Mertesacker. Now Hazabi. They've got a good squad though, Morgan Wolves, but going down to the Division 1, I reckon they'll probably go back up again. I reckon they probably will, Morgan. They've got a strong enough team to go back up again. I don't really see no doubts on them on struggling. They've got the financial resources they have, Morgan Wolves, despite on how poor they've been this season. And the money they've got throughout that parachute money they had throughout the 7 years at this league. Now Mertesacker. And just to let you guys all know that Sporting have equalised in their game at Lakeside Stadium. Sammy Weto equalises. It's 1-1. And that means that Morgan Wolves, regardless on they win today or draw, they'll be going down to Division 1 next season. As it stands, corner kick for Morgan Wolves. And Insigne will take the corner. Seri, closer. Shot. Oh! Tried though, but failed. We know that it's not long left of the game to go out of these two relegation crapholds in this match. Had a very poor season these two teams had. Really had a manager change during the season with Ranieri joining and replacing from Niko Kovac. Now Jacob Hedin. And now is Teti. And now is a chance here for Miroslav Klose. That's an elbow right there It's got to come off for that. Well, it is 1-1. It's 2-2 in this matchup. Well, Morgan haven't got enough time left in the game. They'll be going down to Division 1. It's full time at the Sporting game. Sporting has survived in their matchup to the relegation playoff place. The game's over. So Morgan Wolves will be relegated despite on the game in the moment. The game hasn't finished off this game yet, but the game's finished at the Chesco Blue Tigers and Sporting game, and it's all over. And Sporting will play in the relegation playoff places in 2 weeks' time. Morgan Wolves, regardless on the win today, they're going down. It looked like they're all over any minute now. Morgan Wolves heading to Division 1 next season. Yep, it's all confirmed. Morgan Wolves and Foxford Hares going to Division 1 next season. They're going down. They are relegated. Morgan Wolves being relegated to Division 1. Confirmed, because we all know that Chesco Blue Tigers did it for United when they drew 0-0 against City on Friday night to confirm they are champions of this league. This will be Ronaldo's final game at Old Factory Road, as he'll be leaving at the end of the season after the Europa League final match against United, of course, on Wednesday night at Dortmund. But United will become PremierLiga champions for the first time since 2015, and they'll be lifting up the trophy as a presentation at the end of the game here at Old Factory Road. In front of the supporters, in front of the fans, in front of the crowd, lifting up the league trophy in front of these supporters, of course, after this matchup. But obviously, Tomato Bees come here today in their last game of the season. They can finish 12th in the league here. That's a huge position to be at. I know that a lot of fans gave Charlie Taylor a lot of stick at the start of the season, as they all thought that sacking a manager of a calibre like Benitez and then having Charlie Taylor to take over his reign, of course, for this season, there was a lot of talk of him to leave, and also Michael De Santa to leave the club as well. But however, they've built their team to be a 12th position team, and the team to stay out next season. So there's no worries, no anti-criticism, of course, to the club. I think so. They've done a very good job to be in this league for next season, Tomato Bees. And, we all know that they've got some very good talented players they've got there in their team, and they've kept them and all the way, not the club. So that's a bit of praise they can take, Tomato, to build on. But United will be champions. Trophy winners, of course, here today. It was all confirmed on Friday night when City did draw 0-0 and they dropped points against Chesapeake Blue Tigers. Gave them the confirmation that they will be champions here today. And they'll be lifting up that league trophy by the end of this matchup when they play Toronto. But let's see how this game goes. Can they end with a high? This win here today, perhaps. Ronaldo will be leaving at the end of the season. He's going to another club he's going to. I don't know where he's going to go, but he's going to somewhere he's going to go. He did announce at the February time that he'll be leaving at the end of the season. But we'll see how it comes here today. Tim Krul saves Bolt's cross. And now there's Iron Robin here for Toronto Bees. Now Julian Draxler. And now here's a chance here for Robin. The ball here. Now Axel Witsel. Championi, Championi, ole, ole, ole. Championi, Championi, ole, ole, ole. Yeah, 6 years without that trophy in their hands. It's their 18th PremierLiga trophy of all time. Now Bolt here. Oh, save there from Timmy Krul. And a shot from a Sanchez from that angle. And yeah, I think Mauricio Pochettino has done a very good job at Georgia United throughout his first season in charge after the departure of Max Allegri last year. And when he was sacked and they got in Pochettino in, he's made a difference and made them into a team to win the league title, and that's where it really matters. And win the nation's trophy, the league trophy, is big for them. And they're the most successful team to do so, United, of course. So they should do, really. But due to poor management throughout the 6 years, they've actually not missed out on that position. They even missed out into the Europa League as well. They've missed out this season. But despite them dropping out into the Europa League through the group stages, they had a very good year despite of that. And that's why they're playing the Europa League final tomorrow, Wednesday, against Padres. But anyway, the half-time score has blown in this Champions match. United, of course, the champions-elect, of course, are level against Toronto Bees at half-time. And let's get back to the second half here today between these two teams. So here we go. Now Roberto Carlos, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's his final game as a player, of course, at this club. But now is Koulibaly. Now is Kimmich. Now Bolt. Trying to find a place position there, but that didn't go well, out of plan. Now is Roberto Carlos. Now Alexis Sanchez. Now Ronaldo. It is goalless at this moment in time. Not really part of the script, it's not, to have them draw in today. They'll be winning this match. It was their final game of the season and their final game to win the trophy for these supporters, of course, here today. They should win today or should put a performance in, but it is goalless. So now is Ronaldo here. He's found a place. Ronaldo on his final game as a player for United. A goal on his final game as a player in this league. This is a special moment for Cristiano Ronaldo. We all know that he'll be leaving at the end of the season. In 7 years he's been at United Soccer Club since he joined from Real Madrid in 2014. And that is a huge goal. Overtook Vertonghen, 1v1 over Tim Krul, and makes it 1-0. And we know that the PremierLiga title will be definitely celebrated here today on Ronaldo's final game here at Old Factory Road. And we all know Ronaldo's got one more match to play in the Europa League final on Wednesday night against Padres in the Europa League at Dortmund. But after that, that's all it for his career at this team. But great goal, though, for Ronaldo. Great composure for him. Wasn't scared to really do Tim Krul there, and he did so. So 1-0. Now is Bolt. Now, Usain Bolt now, the ball. Sanchez, oh, save right there from Tim Krul. Now, Kimmich. Sanchez trying to get the ball off of him. Oh, Sanchez tried to. Yeah, he'd be a very good guy to win that trophy today. He knows that this is something for the club. I think credit for the defence as well. Upamecano and Koulibaly at the back makes it even a difference, with having Ronaldo up front scoring the bangers. That's why they won the league this season, because of it. And for Potts as well, really recruiting that need for this season. And it's really paid off well, it has. But Makisho now for Tomito now. And now Kimmich. Now Bolt. A foul right there, gotta be. And now is Axel Witsel. Now is Vidal. Chance here. Goal! In the 90th minute of the matchup. 2-0 and the party is starting. Let's start the party of the PremierLiga champions. Let's get the party started, because Bolt has equalised to make it 2-0. Thanks for an assist from Ronaldo on his final game as a player at this team. And to do that in style here today, with him passing the ball to Bolt and him scoring a goal today, is special for him. And even Pochettino will be very happy by the end of the matchup to lift that PremierLiga title and the club's 18th trophy of their history. And it will be over here. And United will lift the trophy up after this PremierLiga all ends. In half an hour's time, we'll be having them to lift the trophy up in front of these supporters. Hello and welcome here today for this matchup, the final PremierLiga game of the season. Hashtag United on a lot of pressure here today. They are down to their knees because we all know they are safe as it stands on the live table because it's before kickoff. But anything could happen. On goal difference, they've got a better goal difference advantage out of Sporting St Lake anyways. That could even help them not to drop into the relegation playoff position and take on Coventry Town in July in 2 weeks from now. So it could be any of these two teams. It could be Hashtag, or it could be Kings Park Rovers could get into the relegation playoff places here today. But Sporting have got a tough game though, however, against Chesapeake Blue Tigers at home anyways, right here, right now, in their other game kicking off at the same time as this game here, live at the Hashtag Arena. So this will be huge for Hashtag. They know that this is their first season in this league. They want to make sure they can sustain themselves in for next season's Premier League. And that's what Jay DeVue's probably motivate these players to do today after a poor season. Even though they had a okay season to not avoid relegation, they need to try and confirm that today with Kings Park Rovers to not play in Division 1 next season or in the relegation playoff place at all, to play the next two legs against Coventry Town in July time. But anyway, here we go, and let's get this match underway. And this is it. It's Hashtag versus Kings Park Rovers. Well, Julian Nagelsmann's side have confirmed their status in the Premier League as next season Kings Park Rovers, because we all know that they're probably not likely to go down because the goal difference is so ridiculous, up to 20 goal difference between Sporting's goal difference and Kings Park's goal difference. So they won't be in the relegation playoffs fight, I don't think they're going to be. They're involved in it, but they're not likely to be in it. They're safe anyways for next season, Kings Park Rovers. And Julian Nagelsmann was manager since November this season. He was Nuno Espirito Santo was sacked, because Kings Park Rovers were sitting in the relegation zone, and he's actually kept them out of that position and steadied the ship a bit more, the league. So we'll see how that comes about. But here we go. It is 0-0 at the moment. Even the Sporting game, it's still 0, but 0 to go, and Sporting at the moment in their match. So nothing happens there in their game. At the moment, it is goalless match. Well, we'll see how that comes about. But on goal difference, Hashtag United they have to score at least 3 or 4 score. Well, we all know that they have to score that amount of goals. Try and defeat Hashtag's goal difference. But all Hashtag pray for is a draw and hope for Sporting St Lake to draw as well, or hope for them to lose and hope for them to lose as well, and then they're really up anyways, because you know that Sporting St Lake only got like 1 point behind Hashtag, so that helps Hashtag quite a lot. It does, after that victory in their last couple of games before, to put them out of this position. Now Ryan Adams is through and he scores, but offside. The referee put his flag up for offside. Yeah, Hashtag had a very crucial, huge win they had 2 or 3, 4 games ago they did to put them out of this position. And ever since then, they're still out of it to this day right now. But can they hold on for the 90 minutes to stay in this league for next season? It'd be a big bonus for Hashtag, if they do stay up to the Premier League next season. A big bonus it will be for them. Now boots the ball out away. Now Xavi. Almiron. Chance here for Deco. Oh, that could have been the goal there to make it 1-0 there, but that hit the post, and it's going to be a goal kick. So what's their man they've got to watch defensively, Hashtag. They've been really wide open, they've been. They'll actually allowed Deco to score there, but hit the post, so nothing really worries them enough in this game. Now Jacko will boot the ball. Yeah, relegation is big though for these, between Hashtag, or it could be between Sporting St Lake. But they won't go down today, Hashtag, if they do drop to 18th. They'll go to a relegation playoff against Coventry Town if that's the worst case scenario. And they've got to play 2 legs, 1 at home, 1 away they've got to play if it does happen. But now is Jack Harrison, Sam Cox, now Ryan Adams here, now Billy Wingrove. He's through here. Good defending there from Sadio Sagbo right there. That's going to be a throw in here for Hashtag United. Now Sam Cox, Wingrove, Ryan Adams. Oh, half time. And as it stands, it's 0-0, and even the Sporting St Lake game is 0-0 in their matchup. So it stands at Hashtag. We're back here for the second half. It is goalless at the moment. And even at the Sporting St Lake match is 0-0, so that means that Hashtag will survive mathematically as well, be automatically survive in the Premier League for next season. If it stays like this though, unless they can get a victory, they could hashtag. But now is Jeremy Lynch here. Now to Billy Wingrove, the two freestylers here up front here for hashtag United. Had a very good season. Billy Wingrove scored the most goals out of the whole team this season in hashtag. They scored only 11 goals out of the players at the hashtag team. Wright Adams is the second top goal scorer in this team this season with 8 goals. But at the moment it is goalless, this matchup, so it could be anyone's game. Or Kings Park Rovers will really care really less anyways, because they're going to stay up anyway for next season, so that wouldn't really concern them as much. But now he's Mark Austin here. Now Jota. Now Gelson Fernandez. Now Spencer. Lost the ball without the experience. Okay, that's going to be free kick for Kings Park Rovers. KPR will have the free kick. I think Julian Nagelsmann will be very happy to see how they play next season. I think they want to try and rebuild from what they have done this season to try and be a top side next season. Now Ruben Neves take the free kick here for Kings Park Rovers, and it hit the wall. And now Almiron blocks back, rebounds and ricochets to him, and it's saved there to Jacko for hashtag United. And we all know that Sporting Sun Lake have equalised in their matchup against Chesko Blue Tigers, and it's 1-1. A goal from Samuel Eto'o in that game. So that means they will still stay up automatically. Hashtag if it's goal! And well, we all know that on goal difference, hashtag can still survive though, because we all know that a draw wouldn't be enough for Sporting Sun Lake anyways if Kings Park get the result here today anyways, because it will be minus 39 on goal difference, and Sporting Sun Lake have got minus 41 on goal difference. That puts hashtag in perspective. They will stay up no matter what the scoreline happens at the Chesko Blue Tigers game. If Sporting score another goal, if they score another goal in the 90th minute of the matchup against Chesko, if they win 2-1 against Chesko Blue Tigers, then hashtag will drop into the relegation playoff places to play against Cobham Town in 2 weeks' time. I think Jeremy Lynch is not happy he isn't, being subbed off, replaced by Paolo Di Canio. But, hashtag's team, they will stay in the PremierLiga as we speak, despite on how a draw occurs at that game. Now is Mark Austin, meanwhile, for Kings Park Rovers. Now Charlie Morley here for hashtag. Now Ruben Neves won the ball back to Jota. Goal! And Diego Jota equalises, and that's another goal they've conceded. They're in big trouble, hashtag. I think Sporting might nick. Well, they got minus 4 as we speak, but Sporting Sun Lake have got minus 42. So if they concede 2 more goals, hashtag United concede 2 more goals against Sporting Sun Lake, then that means Sporting Sun Lake will be automatically. They can't score. They cannot concede 2 goals. They can't do that. Akin Fenwells came on, however, for hashtag United. While Sporting will go into the relegation playoffs as we speak, but if they concede 2 more goals, Kings Park Rovers, to make it 4-0 Kings Park, then hashtag will do it in that way instead of course, Sporting. But we really got not much time left remaining here. Now Sadio Sagbo, and now is Jota. Now Mark Austin. Now Almiron. They make it a 4th maybe. The Kings Park Rovers. Or hashtag will survive. And it's all over. Hashtag United will survive automatically in the PremierLiga next season, despite them losing 2-0 against Kings Park Rovers. They will be in the PremierLiga next season, and Sporting will play in the relegation playoff play. All the games have finished here today, and what a last game of the PremierLiga season for all 20 teams across the whole nation in this league. We all confirmed that Morgan Wolves will be relegated to Division 1 next season for the first time since 2014. They've actually been in this league for 7 years in this league, and it all comes down to an end here today as their fate has been sealed, and Foxford also will be joining them next season in Division 1. But that means Inter Taloga will qualify in the Europa League, of course, here today, as they won against Waernord 2-1 today in their league match. They've even got to play Waernord again in the RSFA Open Cup the next 5 days' time. But today, they got the result and they've qualified for the Europa League. So that means that Česko Blue Tigers have dropped points today, and that means they will play in the Europa Conference League for next season. So Goldfield couldn't win their match as they lost 1-0 against Padres Impact, and they won't be playing any European soccer next season whatsoever. But, however, Addis will be involved in the Champions League next season. We all know that they lost 1-0 today against Los Andreas Pompey. A huge defeat for Joachim Löw's side. But the good news is they will still play Champions League no matter what, as they've got enough goal difference out of Parentos and themselves Addis. But the presentation will begin, of course, right here, right now, for Georgians United, as they are the new PremierLiga champions for the 2020-20 and 21 season. And let's go to the presentation right now to see them lifting up the trophy and interview, of course, Mauricio Pochettino, and the speech of farewell for Ronaldo as he'll be leaving the club at the end of the season after the Europa League match they've got to play on Thursday against Padres Impact. Let's get now to George Innocent right now. The 2020-20 and 2020-21 Premier League champion Georgian United. Well, I can't believe that we won the Premier League title, of course. We know that we've been a very good team throughout the whole season. You know, working hard in the training field. We had a very good team that I recruited in the summer, who I brought in. Obviously, Ubakana was a big difference at the back to help our Koulibaly at the back. And them two together at the back, and also having Ronaldo at front and Bolt at front, has been a very good season for us. And I know that we had a very good team and a very working hard team, and we worked extremely hard to be where we are right now and to be Premier League champions. Well, the bad news is you won't have Ronaldo next season. How bad would it be for you to not have him in the team? Well, we have to learn to adapt to change, because it would happen sooner or later. You know, Ronaldo's a 45 years old. He's very, an older footballer now. But we have to change our ways. We have to change our ways in terms of how we can be as a team. And we have to be very, very tough. We have to be. And that's what we have to try to be. And I know that having Ronaldo makes a huge difference attacking-wise. But we need to look at the transfers going to the summer. But I don't want to discuss it now, because we're champions of the PremierLiga. And that's a major importance today. And I think the fans will be happy. The supporters are dying for a title winning league winner like us. For the last 6 years, this club hasn't won a league trophy. So it's huge. And I'm so impressed as a coach of this team to be here for a year, to win a trophy here today. You know, it's been fantastic. And I know that I wasn't a successful coach before at Spurs to win any trophies at all. But here at United, I've won a Premier League title. And, you know, we've won it. We worked hard all season. The critics and all people in the press will say that we ain't going to win, we're going to come up short, we're going to bottle it. But no, we kept our head up throughout the whole 48 games of the Premier League season, and we did a very good job because of it. And we got one more game to go on Wednesday night in the Europa League final against Padres Impact. But I think the most important thing today is to worry about winning this league trophy, because we've been successful this season to be Premier League champions, and we need to soak the occasion in, because it's been 6 years this club hasn't won a league title, and I won it for them. And now we can worry about the Europa League game, of course, tomorrow. Right now we need to worry about, of course, this celebration. Well, congratulations, of course, to United, and for Pochettino right there to speak about his team's Champions victory throughout this league season. And let's look at the league table as it all ends for everyone across the whole nation in these 20 teams ended, where they finished as well throughout this season. Let's look at the table. Let's start with the results first. The results for the final game of the season: Adas Gunners 0, Los Andreas Pompey 1, Inter Taloga 2, Weyenoord 1, Sporting Sand Lake 1, Chester Blue Tigers 1, Georgington City 1, RB Newport 1, Parantos 3, Hassenfield Terriers 0, Grasshoppers United 1, South Coast Rangers 0, Hashtag United 0, Kings Park Rovers 2, Padres Impact 1, Goldfield Boys United 0, Georgington United 2, Tomato Bees 0, Foxford Hares 2, Morgan Wolves 2. The official league table as it finishes for this season: Georgington United are champions with 95 points. Georgington City are second with 89 points. Weyenoord came third with 88 points. In fourth, Adas in the Champions League places for next season with 75 points and the best goal difference compared to Parantos, as they came fifth and will qualify for the Europa League with 75 points. In sixth, we have Inter Taloga with 71 points. In seventh, in the Europa Conference League position for next season, is Chester Blue Tigers. Missing out Europe will be Padres in eighth with 66 points, but got a Europa League to win on Wednesday to might get Champions League next season. Goldfield Boys United came ninth and will not play in the European places next season, unfortunately. But Los Andreas Pompey came 10th again consecutively like we were last season with 48 points. In the 11th position in the bottom half of the table goes the Grasshoppers with 45 points. In 12th, Tomato Bees with 38 points. In 13th, Hassenfield Terriers with 33 points. And South Coast in 14th place with 33 points, but Hassenfield got the best goal difference out of South Coast. In 15th place, RB Newport with 31 points. In 16th, we have Kings Park Rovers with 29 points. In 17th, just survived relegation and automatically survived for next season in this division, is Hashtag United with 24 points and minus 40 on goal difference. Better Sporting St Lakes as they have minus 42 and will play Cobham Town in the relegation playoff position in July. So that means that Morgan Wolves are 19th and will be relegated to Division 1 next season with 21 points. And in bottom is Foxford Hares with 19 points. And they'll be going down with Morgan Wolves to Division 1 next season. That's all we have time for here today, here on the Premier League's last games of the season. But before we go, we've got some games happening, of course, in finals this week. As on Wednesday, on the 30th of June, Padres Impact will take on Georgington United in the UEFA Europa League final in Dortmund. On Friday, the 2nd of July, we will have the RSFA Open Cup between Inter Taloga and Weyenoord. And on Saturday, the 3rd of July, it will be Atletico Madrid versus PSG. And that's all we have time for here today on this show. Thank you very much from yours truly, Alex Chambers. Goodbye for now, and see you next season.